So morning everyone, and welcome to this short webinar on Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Slight bit of a mouthful that, so we'll condense it down to Business Central for the purposes of this webinar, I think. My name is Ollie, and I'm an account manager here at Enhanced. And for those of you that don't know, we provide a range of IT services, and we actually have two sides of the business. So our infrastructure side focuses on managed IT support and managed security services. And we also have the software solutions side, where we've focused on ERP for about 31 years. So obviously in recent years, we're a Microsoft partner, and now we focus heavily on Dynamics Business Central. Some of the services we offer around that is consultancy, bespoke support, bespoke development, ongoing support, and we actually have consultants from an accountancy background, which helps as well, not to provide advice on accountancy specifically, but to actually just understand the language that finance people talk and help in that way. I'm here today with the very knowledgeable Henrietta from our cloud service partner Pax8 to go through some Business Central in more detail and to bust some of the common myths about the software. We're running a poll in the chat, so if that might pop up on your screen or within the chat, feel free to answer those. It helps us a lot with some data. And we're also running a Q&A chat, so feel free to ask questions throughout this session, and we'll try to answer those at the end. Both myself and Henrietta, we're from a sales background. We know a lot about Business Central, but we'll try and answer these. Any technical questions, we're happy to take away. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Henrietta to go through our agenda.
Thank you, Ollie. I will just share with you presentation screen. I hope everybody can see the screen okay and everything is clear and visible on there. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining today's webinar on Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, as Ollie mentioned there. My name is Henrietta and I'm thrilled to have you with us. You may be currently using multiple business applications across different departments, which causes poor reporting, too many manual tasks. Maybe your applications are currently not talking to each other. And what that means is if systems don't talk, people usually talk, which is prone to more human errors and potentially resulting in loss of customers. So getting further into our agenda, we will today begin by looking at where Business Central fits in with broader ERP and financial system market and why it is becoming a go-to solution for many small and medium organizations. Next, we will take a high-level tour of Business Central's core functionalities. We will explore how Business Central enhances day-to-day productivity by integrating seamlessly with tools you already use, like Outlook, Excel, and Teams. And we will finally address some of the common misconceptions about Business Central. And finally, we will go to Q&A session, as Ollie mentioned there. Before we jump into Business Central, let's quickly look at where some popular systems sit in the market, and some of them you might be using today. Xero works well for small service-based businesses. It's cloud-native, user-friendly, and has strong banking integrations. But it does lack sometimes advanced features. Project management is basic, and it doesn't support manufacturing or complex workflows if you're in that industry. You do have QuickBooks. It is great for freelancers and small startups. It is affordable and easy to use. But as business grows, limitations appear, such as reporting is basic, there is very little audit control, and it doesn't integrate well with operations like inventory or manufacturing, again, if you are in that industry. Sage 50, very common and very common in small to mid-sized businesses. It handles core finance functions well, but isn't truly cloud-based. So it has outdated interface and it becomes expensive and rigid as complexity grows. And lastly, some of you might be on-premise ERP system or finance systems, which have long served mid-sized and growing businesses with more robust features. They do offer greater control, customization, industry-specific functionality. However, they do come with significant infrastructure costs, requires IT management, and often lacks the agility and modern integrations businesses need today. So while these tools are solid for early stage businesses, or in case on-prem systems suited for older operational models, they often can't scale flexibly or connect dots across departments. And this is where Business Central stands out. So why Business Central could be a step up for you? Business Central, if you don't know about Business Central much, it's an actually Microsoft design all-in-one multi-language, multi-currency and multi-entity business management solution designed for small to mid-sized businesses that either outgrown their entry-level business solution or they're replacing outdated legacy system. Business Central has been tested and tried by over 40,000 small and medium businesses. It is a bridge between small business tools and enterprise-grade ERP system. It brings together all key operations, as you can see on my screen, finance team, your sales team, purchasing, inventory, projects, and more into one connected unified platform, so your team can work smarter, faster, and with much fewer mistakes. It is cloud-based, which means you can access it from anywhere. It is great for on-the-go tasks like approvals, quick checks, or managing sales and customer information while out in a field. And because it's part of Microsoft family, it works seamlessly with tools you're probably already using, like Outlook, Excel, and Teams. It is designed to grow with you, so it doesn't matter whether it's one-person business, 10 people, or 100 people business, Business Central can grow with you. What makes Business Central really shine? It is a modular application. You can start small and add modules as needed, customizing it for your business needs and as your business grows. The system will meet you exactly where you are with your business journey. Business Central connects people, data, and processes with single, unified, and comprehensive cloud solution and provides organization end-to-end view of your business. So having access to all data from all departments in this one unified platform allows you as a business get to know each of your customer better, which leads to improve your service or product, which then leads to getting ahead of your customer expectations, resulting in retention or increasing in upselling opportunities, and of course, getting ahead of your competitors. As you can see, the key features: core finance, managing financial data, accounting and reporting. Your sales, you can manage sales orders, quotes, and customer relationships. Service, where you can manage service request tickets and customer support. And operations, where you can manage your inventory, production, and other operational aspects. So Business Central doesn't just replace your existing system, it helps you level up. If you can break it down by potentially an industry that you sit in, it may be financial services. Business Central offers you advanced financial controls, real-time visibility into cash flow, budgeting, and regulatory compliance, and strong role-based security and audit trails. If you maybe come from background of professional services, you will get project accounting, resource management, time tracking and billing in one system, profitability tracking by project, client, or department, and seamless collaboration using Microsoft 365 tools. And if you potentially come from manufacturing background, you get the full support for production planning, BOMs, inventory and capacity management, demand forecasting and supply chain visibility, and integration with warehousing, logistics, and finance for end-to-end control. But now let's talk about one of the coolest parts of Business Central ecosystem. It's called Microsoft App Stores. Think of App Stores like App Store for your business. Business Central is already powerful out-of-the-box solution, but every business has its own unique needs, and that's where App Stores comes in. Whether you're looking for tools to help with payroll, advanced reporting, document management, or even industry-specific features like POS integration, membership management, that it's probably already built up for that. What that means, it's built to work seamlessly with Business Central, no messy integration, no starting from scratch, just plug and play. Plus, all of the developers are vetted by Microsoft and by their trusted partners. It also gives you flexibility. You can install the app and be up and running in a matter of hours, not weeks. It can really be a smart way to extend Business Central without extensive budget and waiting for long development cycles. Let's have a look how you can really boost your productivity with integration with familiar tools like Outlook that you're currently using potentially in your business. You can actually manage Business Central tasks like creating quotes, checking customer balances, or even sending invoices without ever leaving your inbox. It saves much time because everything's right there while you are talking to a customer or supplier. So there is no switching tabs or logging into another system, as you may be experiencing right now. Excel, yes, this is actually a big one. You can export data directly from Business Central into Excel with just a click, make your edits, and then push the changes right back. So if you're someone who likes to work in spreadsheets, I like it. For quick analysis or reporting, you still can, but without the copy-paste headaches or version control issues you might currently experience. And then there is Microsoft Teams. With Teams integration, you can share Business Central data with colleagues right inside a chat or meeting. Need to look up a customer's order status while you're on a call? You can do that too. It makes collaboration super easy because everyone can see and act on the same data without digging through emails or files. And it actually feels great because it's natural. You're not learning 3 new systems, you're enhancing the tools your team already use every single day. And let's talk about something every business needs, but not every system delivers well. Reporting and analytics. With Dynamics 365, Business Central, everything is real time, it's connected, and is visual. You can track key metrics like cash flow, sales performance, inventory levels, or project cost as they happen, so not weeks later. The data is always up to date because it's pulling directly from your system. The best part is that it's built in. You get interactive dashboards, charts, and financial reports right out of your box. So instead of wondering how business is performing, you will know, and not just at the end of the month, but every day. Okay, now let's talk about Dynamics Business Central when it becomes even more powerful when it's actually connected to something called Power Platform. The Power Platform is a set of Microsoft tools, as you can see on my screen, which is including Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate, and now newly Power Virtual Agents you cannot see on my screen. But that helps you analyze data, it builds custom apps and automate tasks. So what does it mean when this is connected to Business Central? If you use Power BI, you can turn your financial and operational data into live interactive dashboards. So you're not just looking at numbers, you are looking at and seeing insights. When you use Power Automate with Business Central, you can create workflows. For example, you can set up an alert when a customer goes over their credit limit, or automatically notify your purchasing team when stock levels drop. When you use Power Apps, you can build simple, mobile-friendly apps that connect to Business Central. And with Power Virtual Agents, you could even build chatbot, so it can help employees or customers to get quick answers from Business Central data without needing to call someone. Now you might be wondering what exactly is Copilot in Business Central. You might be maybe familiar with Copilot in your current familiar tools like Outlook, but think about Copilot as AI-powered assistant, built right into Business Central. With Copilot, you can ask questions like, how are my sales performing this month? Or what my inventory level for item X is, and get instant answers. Get recommendations to improve your business, like identifying trends or suggesting cost-saving opportunities based on your data. You can, with Copilot, automate routine tasks, like generating reports, creating invoices, or sending reminders. And Copilot learns over time to give you even better insights or suggestions. As you can see on my screen, with Business Central, you can get 30+% reduction in manual administrative tasks, improved financial accuracy with real-time reconciliation and AI insights, increased vendor efficiency with automated procurement and tracking, better customer experience through unified CRM approach, faster decision-making with real-time analytics and forecasting, and enhanced team collaboration using Microsoft 365. Maybe let's talk about a couple of scenarios just to put it in perspective. Let's take professional services. Let's bring me to live example, something many of you maybe will relate to. Imagine a firm of 40 people, professional services company, handling client projects, billable hours or retainers, so it's nothing unusual. But like many firms at this stage, they may be using QuickBooks Online for accounting, tracking project budgets in Excel, and managing timesheets through a mix of email and manual trackers. Reports, those are put together manually once a month, usually under time pressure. And at first, this setup works fine, but as you begin to grow, cracks starts to appear. Project profitability becomes hard to track, time entries weren't always submitted on time or at all. Data is scattered across different systems, which makes it difficult to forecast or even see what's happening in real time. And this is where Business Central completely transformed the picture. By moving professional service operations into Business Central, you can manage project budgets, time tracking, billing, and financials all in one unified platform. Everything is connected. Project managers can see in real time how their jobs and tracking against budget. Finance can generate invoices directly from approved time entries, no more chasing data across spreadsheets. And because Business Central integrates seamlessly with tools like Outlook, Excel, and Teams, the shift feels natural. Team members can log time straight from inbox, collaborate on project in Teams, and still use Excel to slice and dice data, but now it's live data and not static reports. Then, as I've mentioned earlier, we can add Copilot, and things get really interesting. Copilot helps project managers summarize performance, assist finance with journal entries, and even flags potential budget issues before they become problem. It's like having intelligent assistant built right into your workflow. On top of that, Power BI gives leadership access to real-time dashboard, showing utilization, client profitability, project status, and financial forecasts. So no more waiting until month end to make decision. So what is the impact? Billing cycles are faster, forecasting is more accurate, and the business has complete visibility over its operation all the way from strategy to execution. And that's the power of Business Central. Include manufacturing scenarios, so we just don't stick with professional services, just so we have an idea how it can really help with businesses who are going a little further with the inventory and operations. Let's think of manufacturing businesses, mid-sized manufacturing producing high precision components, supplying both business to business and direct to consumer. Let's say they're a growing fast business, but their systems are not keeping up. And they may be using Sage 50 from finance, managing inventory in spreadsheets, production schedules are on whiteboards, and tracking orders through a mix of emails and phone calls. This setup leads to daily inefficiencies. Inventory levels are often off, so they're either overstocked or running short. Production delays are common because scheduling isn't coordinated across departments. And reporting, it's time-consuming manual process, which means decisions are always reactive, never proactive. If manufacturing business have moved into Business Central, the game changes. Now they have a single system that manages everything, from procurement and inventory to production planning, financials, and sales. So now production manager can see what's in stock, what's on order, and what needs to be scheduled, all in real time. Finance doesn't have to chase data across departments and is already in a system. And with Microsoft 365 integration, the whole team works more efficiently. So sales reps can check inventory and pricing from Outlook without logging into another system. The warehouse team uses Teams for live updates on incoming materials. Operation manager uses Excel to analyze real-time production data, so there is no exports and no outdated reports. And of course, with Copilot in manufacturing, it will speed and precision matter. Copilot help with forecasting demand, suggesting purchase orders, identifying unusual cost variances, and even summarizing production delays. Instead of digging through reports, managers can get clear, actionable insights instantly. And lastly, there is Power BI. So leadership now has dashboards showing order status, production performance, supplier reliability, and cash flow all in real time. They can spot bottlenecks, forecast revenue, and even analyze profitability by product line, all with few clicks. So what's the result? Production runs smoother, inventory is optimized, and forecasts are sharper. And most importantly, decisions are based on data, not gut feeling. Maybe look at some of the misconceptions of Business Central. The myth is that you need to be a huge operation to benefit from Business Central Dynamics 365. But the truth is, Microsoft offers scalable solutions, great for small to medium businesses too. So you can start small and expand as needed. Cloud solutions aren't secure. Myth is that cloud is risky. But the truth is, the Dynamics 365 runs on Microsoft Azure, one of the most secure cloud platforms globally, with compliance certifications and advanced data protections features. You might think that customization is limited, so you think that you might not be able to tailor it to your business needs. Dynamics 365 is highly customizable. As I've mentioned before, with tools like Power Platform, Power Automate, and Power Apps, for low-code or no-code solutions. Some might think that Dynamics is too expensive. It costs too much compared to other platforms. While it can be investment, it is modular. Pricing means you only pay for what you need. Plus, it often saves money long-term through automation and efficiency. And the last misconception is that implementing can take forever. The setup is long and painful. But the truth is, implementations time vary, but it is cloud-based deployment and modular design. Many organizations go live within weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, not months, especially with experienced partners. I hope that I've covered majority of the information that you were looking to receive today, and I will pass back to Ollie for any questions you may have.
Thanks, Henrietta. That was great. And we haven't had any questions throughout the session, so I'll just hang around just for a moment longer to see if there's any questions off of the back of the information that's been delivered. But while that's happening, Henrietta, I just wondered, out of the most common business challenges that you've faced or that you've been bought from a client, what was the most popular, would you say? Because I'd be interested to know, obviously, compare ourselves, you know.
Training is going to take long. I don't know how I'm going to convince the rest of my team to move into unfamiliar application.
Sure.
Usually, but training is very simple, especially when you are working with modular approach, because you are training and testing and implementing specific modules at a time. So you can actually train couple of super users from the business who are actually leading the project on each module, then that they can roll out the training to the rest of the team. But of course, there is also support in place. So if there is some capability or functionality that are not sure that the system can actually achieve for them, the support is there for them, so they can actually log tickets to learn a little bit more about the system. And again, sorry, it's familiar to because they're already using Outlook and Excel and other Microsoft products, it's very familiar to them. So actually they're quite shocked because back end of Business Central, it's Excel spreadsheets. That's why it's very familiar to many of the users, because all you're doing are really using similar method. It's just the interface is a little bit different.
Yeah, similar to ourselves. We obviously have certain pushbacks, and a lot of it is to do with the major change that clients are scared of. They know they have to do it, and they know that they need to change as a business for efficiency and things like that, and they have disconnected systems, but they know that their staff have a certain way of doing things at the moment, and they don't want to interrupt that. They're scared of, the short-term pain that will cause. So often these decisions get kicked down the road for maybe a few more months.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is obviously a bit of short-term pain, but the long-term results are huge, and we have case studies of that constantly from our clients that say,
Yeah.
now they've got that single truth, that system that they can rely on for certain information. They know that the data is not going to be different in different systems and things like that.